I thought we were over this, but boy was I wrong. The first time my black boyfriend and I stepped out in public holding hands was a time I will never forget. We took a walk through the local forest preserve. I was wearing plaid shorts with a t-shirt, while he wore baggy shorts, oversized t-shirt, and a pick in his afro. Two women walking our way approached slowly, stopped talking, moved as far to the opposite side of the sidewalk as possible, and stared like I had never seen anyone stare before. Once they passed, I looked over at him. He didn't seem to notice. Suddenly, I realized he had noticed, but was numb to it. He had dealt with it his whole life. I wasn't too surprised with the reaction of strangers. The big surprise came from within my own family. My grandparents were planning on coming to homecoming pictures, and the night before, my mom asked me to give them a call and tell them I was excited to see them. She also wanted me to give them a heads up that my boyfriend was black. I couldn't understand. My parents and my sister liked him and got along with him. Why would my mom want me to give my grandparents a warning? I obeyed my mom and gave them a call. The conversation was going well, and then came time to give them a heads up. I said, "Grandma, there's one thing you need to know. My boyfriend's black." The hesitated pause that followed was even more uncomfortable than I imagined. She quickly revived and said, "Kyle, as long as he makes you happy, I'm sure he's a nice young man, and I look forward to meeting him." I was relieved. They loved him. The next obstacle I had to overcome was telling my mom's mother. She's a 92-year-old Catholic widow who follows the Bible and old ways of life to a T. Christmas was at my family's house. She would be there, and so would my boyfriend. My mom wasn't sure how she'd react. She knew I had a boyfriend, but his race went unmentioned. Her reaction was not like my other grandparents. She wasn't quick to accept my decision and trust it. Actually, she stopped talking to me. It wasn't until the election of Barack Obama that she began to think about the concept. It took the election of our country's first black president for my grandma to even consider the idea that her granddaughter would date a black man. Having to give my grandparents a heads up at all is a concept I can't understand. They had never met him, and yet they had only heard good. Why would they need a warning about his skin color? They lived in the 50s, and now they live in 2009. Had they not seen the development of the black community or the growth our nation had made towards acceptance? Maybe I was wrong. Maybe we hadn't progressed as much as I thought we had. Maybe we were at the same spot where we started, but it was kept on the down low. After my experience with racism, I challenge our nation to look past skin color and differences. We are all human, and we deserve to be treated the same way. It is time to live in the new era and move past racism. It is time to live the new millennium.